Hello, Mocht here from Realize. And today I wanted to share a bit more about the theme that I mentioned for this year for myself, which is resting in being as a baseline. Yeah, I was contemplating a bit more what does that really mean for me to be resting in being as a baseline and um, yeah, then the first question comes up, what is being? And yeah, there's many different ways to explain it, more spiritual ways to explain it, less spiritual ways. I guess some synonyms you could say is presence, the now, awareness, consciousness. Um, yeah, for me, it's really the opposite of being lost in just unconsciously going about life and then some point just kind of being back like, oh wait, I'm I'm living my life right now, like this is my day going past. So it's really grounding myself and having that as a baseline of being in a state of presence and being in a state of being and basking in that and resting in it. And for me also the body and especially my hands are a gateway through it. Just being able to feel that, being in that presence and just kind of leaning back into it almost as if, yeah, this always present state of being, um, just connecting to that and resting in it and trusting in it, and having that as a baseline. So you might wonder, does that exclude action? The answer I would say is no, but practically for me, it's a lot easier to access that state of being and to bask and rest in it when I'm in meditation. Now, after 5 years plus of consistent meditation, connecting to being to different degrees is quite natural, quite easy, I would say. Not always, but generally speaking. However, in action, in relationship, in work, in survival, going through life, it's a lot harder for me still to be connected to that. And I think that's also really what this theme for me refers to, is to have that as a baseline still as I'm going through life, still as I'm working, still as I'm recording this video, all of that stuff, to have that being as the normal, and maybe stepping out of it and getting lost out of it, that's not the norm, but being is my home, and from there I might step out and might get lost for a bit or might carry that with me, but being is the baseline. And what I will do for myself to help me with this, definitely the weekly meditation on Wednesday, resting and being, will be a nice reminder. I also got this reminder, let me show you, which I shared before, is I made this huge artwork, resting and being, which is really in the center of my room. So that one will help to remind me. For me, it's also things like structure actually helps me a lot. For example, with my work, really having a check-in, check-out, having like chunks of things when I'm like, okay, this is my focus right now. I'm resting in that. As I'm approaching that, I did it. I come back to resting and being. Take a couple minutes just to bask in it and then step back into the next task. Completion is also a big one, and it's kind of related to this. Making sure, for example, that my emails are at 0, making sure that all the tasks I do them completely before going to something else and not really multitasking. setting the intention, at the beginning of the day, reminding myself, and also to a certain degree just kind of letting go and trusting and choosing also to have this as a baseline and as a priority, and to see whatever might fall away. And maybe there will be a bit less action, and this is something I'm noticing already. Like, there's certain things that I'm kind of pulled towards, or people ask me to do something, and if it gets me too far away kind of from my center and my core of being, and I feel like I gotta get lost too far and it's not really worth it, then I'm just gonna say no to it and put up a boundary and really just take this as a priority and see what will unfold from it. And again, I do think that this is also just the phase that I'm in right now, where I've been able to kind of connect to being in different ways, have had deep experiences with it. I can connect to it through meditation and things easily, but now the next step for me is to have it as a baseline, also in action and interaction. And right now that takes kind of more effort, and it's this step, and then from there I see it that probably I can do also more, and it's easier for me to have that being as a baseline, even when there's more chaos around me, and I'll just be centered even in that. So that's what I want to share with you for today. And maybe it's something that's a topic for you as well. I wonder where you are on this journey of connecting to being and resting in it. And wishing you luck in your journey. I'd love to hear from you as well. Send me a message, write a comment or whatever, and I'd love to hear how this is for you. All right, see you next time.